You've had a long day of chasing the red dot and the red dot won. Thought he would at least blink or wag a tail, but no, this professional is strictly here for the transaction and the transaction only. Trying to enjoy your nap, but your sibling decides it's the perfect time to start a wrestling match, and now you're questioning all your life choices. You decide to go on a diet, and the cat is the first one to stage an intervention. You're 90% liquid, but the stairs are 100% concrete. I have spent the last 45 minutes trying to put this desk together, only to realize I just built a very expensive cat portal. You're trying to prep dinner, but the kitchen manager is extremely sensitive to your choice of ingredients. One slice of onion and... I used to think my cat loved me until I tried to move my hand and realized I was actually just being detained by the police. Consent was never an option. You're trying to have a serious conversation, but your brain is just a tiny black potato running on dial-up internet in pure chaos. You walk into a room and realize everyone else is just as weird as you are. You decide to take the stairs, but realize halfway down that you are actually a liquid. Spent years perfecting the art of the pickup, only to realize that I am actually just a very expensive liquid. You're 3 seconds into your debut single and realize you forgot the lyrics and your stage fright is kicking in. He was helping with the meal prep, but it turns out he just wanted to become the pancake. I have identified your target. Initiating sniff test. Calibration in progress. Trying to enjoy your nap, but your roommate decides your face is the perfect place to practice their gymnastics routine. That moment when you realize you are not the hunter you thought you were. One sniff of the sock and it is game over. The all recipes tutorial is for biscuits, but your cat thinks it is a kneading masterclass. Study hard, little one. The family expects sourdough by Sunday. To think my cat was broken because of how he slept, but then he got up and walked away like he didn't just spend 10 minutes auditioning for a role.
元宝
You're the designated babysitter, but your paycheck is just one lick of the milk bowl. They said cats are liquid. I didn't realize they meant pancake batter pouring down the stairs.
Huh?
You forget why you walked into the room, but you have to act natural because the humans are watching. Human finally decides you've been a good boy and lets you take over as the family executive chef. You hit that one high note in the shower and realize you were born to be a superstar. Gravity is a lie and this cup is trespassing. You eat Taco Bell and your body starts taking screenshots. That moment when you realize the cup was empty and your whole life is a lie. Spent years studying the ancient art of the head scratch only to realize I have been replaced by a filing cabinet key. My dignity is currently locked. You're trying to be the main character, but your sibling decides it's time for a vibe check. Top tier sibling energy right here. You're trying to have a dramatic medical emergency, but your dog thinks it's the perfect time for a game of leapfrog and a quick... You're trying to act casual, but your spatial awareness is at a solid 0. The cat realizes the dinner service doesn't include a VIP pass and decides to take matters into its own paws. Never underestimate a hungry roommate with parkour skills. You forget that glass is a thing and your snack is protected by an invisible force field. 1 star, would not recommend this magic trick. You're trying to play it cool, but your tail is already living in another dimension.
Huh? No.
You're trying to figure out how the rice cooker works, but your ginger friend has already mastered waterbending.
Oh, no, 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 no.
spent years perfecting this recipe and I am finally ready to share it with the world. Toilet paper soup. Subscribing for more life hacks is optional, but highly recommended. You spot the protagonist and realize you are just a background extra in a low-budget horror. Internet provider when I ask why the connection is lagging. Moment when you realize you might have just tasted a biohazard. That foot really hit different. One sniff and he saw the... I have spent years perfecting the art of standing like a human just to realize the popcorn is still 3 feet above my pay grade. My disappointment is immeasurable. You hear a bag of chips open from 3 rooms away and you have to evaluate the situation. Try to teach your kid how to high-five, but they have zero coordination and a very short fuse. You're 100% committed to the mission but 0% committed to getting your hair wet. Gravity is a harsh mistress, but a green slide is a relentless one. Watch as one kitten attempts the climb of the century.
No.
Moment when you realize their finger doesn't smell like the treats they promised and now you have to rethink the entire relationship. Spider Dog doing his best parkour impression while the cat is busy auditioning for a role as a high-stakes getaway driver on a bicycle. Trying to perform a soulful acoustic cover but your roommate is judging your tuning and your life choices at the same time. You have 9 lives but 0 patience for this traffic. I am the captain now. Trying to act cool and casual, but your bed is calling and you have 0 self-control. Never seen a dog go through all 5 stages of grief this quickly just because I offered him a choice between a snack and a buffet. You're trying to be a good boy, but your internal plumbing has other plans.
Yeah.